I get you.
So if you look at some people's splits too, they'll actually put where they need to go in the split number. Like if you look down at Bo's right now, instead of a number 7, he has RPD because he knows he needs to be at RPD at that point. Some people will highlight where they need to go.
Yeah.
With
Okay.
an auto splitter, they pick.
Yeah.
Wait, are they off?
Yeah, they are off. So as I said, Bo is about 1.5 or 2 seconds ahead based on the stream delay. And yeah, Orifan is slightly behind, but we're going by the times on their screens, guys. Obviously, there is going to be a slight difference. But from what I can see, Bo didn't make too much of a mistake there, and Ori was straight out the gate.
They both had pretty good
Yeah.
kendos. If you notice too, there is only like a little bit of RNG to the game, but not in the way of like placement of enemies, but enemy models. I don't know if you've noticed, it's just a little thing about it. The zombies that Fan encountered and the ones that Bo encountered were completely different models. One had mostly people in street clothes. I think Bo had them in police uniforms.
Yeah.
That will actually change throughout the game. Even in the same areas, when you leave and come back, the character models will change.
Yeah.
And sometimes some people do believe that it comes down to knowing whether or not they're going to lunge quick or not.
In Remake, actually, that's where there are many different kinds of zombie behaviors they can have, and you can kind of tell by the way they move, the way they look, and where they're placed. But
yeah,
there's most of them, you can't tell until you get to it.
Yeah.
So Bo went for the little bit of a quicker strat there, which was to take the first bite and shoot the third zombie. So that can be like a little bit on the safer side. Usually there's a different strat of shooting one of them in the foot and making sure that one that gets slightly knocked back moves everything out of the way for you to run through, but that's a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised because I thought he said yesterday he would not usually shoot that zombie. And Arifan got grabbed there.
Yeah. So I think just by the looks of it now, I'm just gonna wait for the time to catch up here. There actually is about 5 seconds between these guys.
40.
I think I think Bo is about 0.8 of a second ahead, just on entering the bus.
A second between them.
But we have Buzzy Baby here.
Really good buses.
Yeah, we have Buzzy Baby watching us on the big screen on our TV, 65 inches, which is always good to know. We're the entertainer for the household. But yeah, definitely, Bernard. Good luck to boat racers. It's gonna be an interesting race. There's not much between them right now. I think. Yeah, for yesterday's race, sort of the point really was when we hit the boxes point and a bit of the statue, I think. That's about a couple of minutes in, isn't it? That's when the difference really came through.
The box and statues, they're a little bit in. Yeah, it'll probably be about 4 or 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're both at the Marvin cutscene now, at least for us, but you can see the time difference on there.
Yeah.
The beginning, there's not many cutscenes after this for a while, and then the ending is full of them. Arifan's ahead by 4. Gotcha. That's good to know. It is. They're almost in sync right now. Like just with the delays for them, like they're almost in sync in the same cutscene. It's like when you see one happen in the other, one happened in one, that happens in the other like a minute or like a second later. I'm interested to see which how does anyone know how often Arifan runs this game? Because Bo, this is his main speedrun.
Yeah.
It's his main speedrun, but along with Lucy, he mainly does Leon B, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've all moved on to the B scenarios.
But yeah. So, by the looks of it, I thought Bo was slightly ahead. I was more focused on Bo's screen, but obviously Ori has pulled it back, even though Bo did the quicker strat at the basketball court.
It really does come, especially down to the lines as well. There can be where you can try to cut the corners and everything. If you slightly try to cut it too much, you get caught on a wall. If you don't do it enough, then it wasn't even worth it in the first place. But if you execute those are sometimes the difference between whether you're getting a 50 or a sub 50, so to say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for the next point that will be a big defining point. Once they get through this next hallway with the liquor, that will be starting to come up to the point where more mistakes can happen. Because their movement's both pretty good so far. The door animations they're almost in sync right now with the feeds.
Yeah, Orifan is confirmed to be 4 seconds ahead still. So it's all gone come down to this corridor.
Oh, he just got stuck on that wall there. that will actually cost him a few seconds, or about a
That's what I
second
mean
there.
now by when you're trying to cut the corners. Because if you can do it properly and execute it right, you're after saving yourself a lot of time. But then if you make the slightest little mistake, you would have been better off not even going for it in the first place. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I mentioned this yesterday, or maybe it was the first run. None of these games have 3D environments. These are all pre-rendered backgrounds layered on top of each other with boundaries built into it. So the corners, you might see the corner there, but it might actually not be where you think it is because just how they made the boundaries in the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Bo's got a bad statue going on.
Yeah, you got a bit of a delay there. And Ori definitely, I'd say half the time it took him to push that brown statue, but
Oh, then he had they both made a mistake on the statue.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no about 6 seconds between them.
But yeah, no, it still is all to play for. Obviously, those little mistakes, they can go either way. But Bo really needs to sort of make less mistakes and hope that Ori fan makes a bit more. But just pyramid
He's going for the towel. He's going for that towel to dry off his hands. Bo got a towel ready for this. If you can see it there.
Yeah, I see
He
it.
keeps wiping his hands.
10 seconds ahead or so.
But
From now on, I feel much more relaxed because I know.
If you also noticed in here, oh, so go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. If you noticed yesterday, when Crazy Gaming Days came in here, he actually grabbed a fast. And if you notice, no other runner in the stream or in the tournament so far has done that because it's an unusual strat. They haven't done it either. So unless Bo, I know, will not grab it. Ari fan, I don't feel like he will either. But if he does, it will cost him time there. There's no reason for it. I'm still really curious to why Crazy Gaming Days did that yesterday.
I honestly think it was because of that early bite, though.
It would have had to been.
Well, the early extra bite, should I say.
Yep. Okay, coming back to statues anyway. I was counting them out, but yeah, we have Pyramid telling us anyway. Ori fan, just to answer your earlier question, he's been running it for quite a while, but not every day.
Okay.
The Liana scenario, but he has experienced it. I think his personal best would be lower than Bo's, so it puts him in the favored position for the win in this. But anything can happen when you're racing.
Yeah, and if he hasn't been running it every day, it could be he could make a little mistakes here and there that he might have forgotten about, or just general things if you're a little bit rusty on it.
Mm-hmm.
I will point out, Bo is getting green splits now.
Yeah.
I can't tell for sure if there's any changes for Ari fan, but Bo is starting to get green splits.
Yeah. They both slide through that corridor. Yeah, no, Bo is definitely picking up the pace. You can notice it. I think he was informed. Just I have him in my ear here that he was behind, and he says, "Okay, that's good. I can relax now." So I don't know whether Bo knows or he likes to know that the other person's ahead, so that way he's sort of approved to take risks. Because we were talking about the whole, do I take risks or do I play it safe? But I'd say Bo's sort of gonna encourage himself to take risks now at this point.
So there's a little bit of difference between the two right now. If you notice, Bo actually dropped his knife, which yesterday neither competitor did. That will actually save you a spot in your inventory by dumping the knife early.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it was Crazy Gaming Days later on in the game still had the knife in his inventory when he got later into the lab, and then actually cost him time to get rid of that, because he had to use his fast and then pick up another one.
Yeah. So yeah, just even though Bo's stream would be slightly ahead, Ori fan is ahead of Bo, gameplay wise. On our streams, but as you said, there was the knife drop, so that was expected. But yeah, 8 minutes in anyway. I in my opinion anyway, Ori fan is knocking it out of the park at the moment in terms of speed. But it definitely can go either way. We've seen a lot of people mess up the past couple of days.
There is that though, where some people actually do look at it in some different types of races as a false gold split, as some people might put it, where like you were saying there with dropping off the knife. So whereas it looks like that closed the gap a little bit, that one person did, one person didn't, later Ori fan may decide to bank that knife, which would even that back out again.
Yeah, he might have a place that's a bit more a bit better for him to drop that knife, like if he has another thing to drop in the box at the same time. I'm trying to remember everything you drop. Some people drop a key later, because you can drop 2 items at once as opposed to 1 item twice, and it will save you more time to do the 2 items at once.
Yeah.
please.
Good RNG plays. That's what Bo just prayed for.
Thank you.
He managed to.
It's that last zombie on
yeah.
the
The
corridor.
zombies. Yeah, that last corridor zombie is a big reset point there, right before he used the key.
Mm.
I've seen him reset there so many times.
Yeah.
Asking for good RNG and getting it is pretty good.
Yeah. Bo just said asking for good RNG and getting it is pretty good. So I think that's a bit of a confidence boost. We'll see how that shapes up.
See, both are in the library. That was a good library for RE fan there.
That
You got that
host.
puzzle really quick, got through it without any issues.
Mm-hmm.
See if Bo can do the same.
But yeah, Ori fan is fairly concentrated. He's absolutely flying through. Guys, we do have timers going on in the chat, so you can follow both streamers who regularly would stream these runs. If you're not following them already, definitely do drop them a follow.
I apologize for lack of commentary, but I'm like, they're so close. I'm just waiting for something.
I'm looking at
they're
it as
both
well.
doing so well. I'm just like waiting for one to make some kind of mistake, but they're all pretty much on pace for what I see for a run and doing fairly well. Like I said, Bo's getting gold and blue splits, or gold and green splits there. And if you notice too, RE fan uses a different method of timing his splits. He has a running total, I think, or does he have running? He's using milliseconds. No. But they have two completely different split styles, so I've been really confused as to if he's doing better or worse than usual.
Yeah.
Well, no, at the moment it's looking like he is behind his PB.
He is? Okay. Because I can't tell if that color he has there is supposed to be the red or supposed to be a gold or an orange or
That was
something.
orange there now of +8 seconds just a moment ago, just so to like as one example.
Yeah. Ori fan got grabbed there just before the stairs. See how Bo
The
shapes
Misty
up.
Dodge. It's literally nicknamed the Misty Dodge because of that one zombie looking like Misty from Pokemon.
Yeah, Bo flies by it anyway, so definitely pull back at least half a second there.
It is interesting to watch Bo pull off moves that he said yesterday he probably would never do in a race. Because he even said, he's like, oh, I would have won all the way around. I would have never gone to the inside for that. I'm like, but you just did it. You just did it though, Bo.
Yeah.
It's interesting. He's playing a little bit true. And it might look like you have a good chance to go for it. I think he's playing riskier. Does he know he's a little bit behind as well?
Bo did. He acknowledged the fact he was 10 seconds behind. I don't think it was that big of a distance when he was informed, but yeah, he knows that he needs to take risks. And
yeah, I think he's playing riskier because of that now.
Yeah, so it has paid off for him, and I think it is making him more confident. I think both the lads had a good corridor there anyway.
And really, anything it's still up in the air for sure. Like, it's not that big of a gap between the two of them. And once we get to the boss fights, will be the big defining moment for them.
Yeah.
But some of the lines, it's just as like Pyramid just said there, it really is the case of sometimes it's just the camera change. You have your split second to know whether you need to nudge slightly to the left or nudge slightly to the right. And if you do it the wrong way, you're either after losing yourself 10 seconds, or else if it's on a race, of course, it is a reset.
Yeah. Critical part coming up, evidence room, and Marvin one of the few RNG places in the run, says Pyramid in chat.
Yeah, if either of them get grabbed by Marvin, they'll lose about 3 seconds each, maybe. I don't. I'm kind of just pulling numbers out of nowhere. I know it'll be a few seconds to get grabbed.
Basically, Marvin has 3 different speeds. He has the slow, medium, and the fast. And usually what you would do is when you're staring right at him, you need to back up a step or two, go in and get what's on the table. And then depending on his speed, you either want to loop around the back of him or else just try to get back out straight in front of him. But of course, if you read what speed he's going wrong, you're just going to get grabbed.
RE fan just took a hit from the liquor there. I'm very surprised he got hit there. How did the liquor get to that point where he was?
I'm not too sure, but I think Bo's coming up on it now, is he?
Bo got past it.
Yeah, Bo flew by it. Yeah, I was thinking that. Obviously, RE fan had to take a moment to heal there, so it cost him. But
through when RE fan was perfect.
Yeah. Bo took a second.
To Marvin now.
And there we go, he's through.
I mean, taking a second there and the evidence room, it will cost you that second, but it's a lot safer than losing more if you get grabbed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did he get a good Marvin?
He got the
Oh,
slow
we got a good
Marvin,
Marvin.
and now Bo, he got fast Marvin. So he has to loop
Yeah.
around the
Bad
back of him.
Marvin, but we did manage.
You can see right there, like the same enemy, the same instance, two completely different,
Yeah.
completely different interactions with the same not NPC. They're doing so well. I'm just waiting for something to happen, but they've been mostly on pace.
Yeah, yeah. I think Bo did manage to close the gap based on the liquor mistake from Orifan, but Orifan would still be in the lead. I can't tell you how much, but somebody in chat or some could inform us shortly.
At least from my feed, it looks like Bo's about 12 to 13 seconds behind.
Okay, so
But I could, when I click back and forth between here and the Team Redirect feed, it could lose a couple seconds too and be
Yeah.
behind.
yeah.
Well, Orifan just had a 14:09 ADA shot. So basically, once that cutscene starts, that's again another one of those.
So 14:34. So yeah, there would be a decent distance between them now. But I mean, yeah, for Orifan to lose 20 seconds, he'd wanna make a serious amount of mistakes or die essentially.
Mm-hmm.
It would need to be something. There's something that I haven't seen anyone do in a long time, where it's even in the sewers when you're coming up against the croc of deciding whether or not you're going to try quick croc.
Mm-hmm.
As good as I can.
Deciding to do it and messing that up can cost you the entire run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say it need to be something drastic like that
Mm-hmm.
to be able to cost over 20 seconds anyway, at the very least.
It'll also be interesting to see how, since I'm unfamiliar with Orifan, to see how he handles the Ada section. If you remember yesterday, there's a box puzzle you do with Ada. You also do it with Sherry and Claire A's playthrough. But you don't have to push. There's 3 boxes that you need to push against a wall, but you don't actually have to get all the way to the wall. Yesterday, Crazy and Gaming Day pushed them all flush against the wall, but you don't need to do that. I'm wondering if Orifan does that or not. His PB is lower, so probably not.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's a little rusty on this, he might not remember. But Bo, I know for sure, knows the tactic for that one.
Yeah, and just Moroxide in chat as well says getting poisoned by spiders can also end the run, which I know the spider poison is a big thing.
Mm-hmm. It will just drain your health.
It's the fact that not only does it drain your health, but it basically puts you into the animation of caution, so that you do have that little bit, as Bo said, in the longer corridors, it will take you that little bit longer to get through them.
See, they're both up at the bed and cutscene now.
Yeah.
Bo is
like painted on tight.
But you know, I had a feeling Orifan would pull ahead, but it's exciting to see Bo take more risks, definitely, because I have watched him obviously stream his speedruns, and I know he has his own methods, but a lot of them would be on the safer side. But yeah,
he's at that point with his PB as well, that if he wants to move up any further, he's going to have to be riskier. Same thing with Lucy. They're both at that point where they want their PBs to go to get any lower. They're going to have to play riskier throughout their streams, but that causes, I mean, you're going to have a lot more resets and things like that, hoping for perfect RNG.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if his splits are actually accurate, or if this is based off some old splits, because he's getting golds and greens a lot on his, so he might actually get a PB tonight for himself, even if he doesn't win.
Yeah.
There is a lot of PBs have happened so far in the tournament, which is really great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just have a chat here calling me out in from Buzzy Baby, Merman No Beers Tonight. Me and Buzzy normally either play Call of Duty or something and have a few beers on a Saturday, and I just check it is Saturday today. I'm not sure, Buzzy. We'll see what happens.
The night is still young, Buzzy.
The night is still young. But yeah, I think Buzzy was asking, do I want to speedrun Super Mario with her? But I've seen the Super Mario speedruns and they are crazy as well.
Which one?
I think it's one of the original ones anyway. But I think it's the dude that completes it in like 4:45 or something like that.
I caught one yesterday on GDQ which was a I believe a modded version of Super Mario World, and the final level, someone just posted a clip of it on Twitter, and I have no idea how the dude did it without dying.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a lot of like bouncing off enemies.
Perfect movement. Orifan got through fine.
Yeah. I mean, if Bo makes another mistake here, you can almost call him down and out of the tournament, provided Nori fan doesn't
That spider.
sort of mess up massively. So there's that
I mean,
pressure.
Ari Fan could also die against a boss though. He could have one bad boss fight and completely mess up his entire run.
There's not much RNG with the boss fights, though, is there?
It just depends on the tactic you take. Like if you remember when Jersh and Lucy were doing the same G2 boss fight, Lucy took the approach of standing still and shooting. Like that's what Bo said. That's the best way to do it to save most time. Jersh moved around and actually had a better boss fight because of it. Lucy got hit and lost some time.
Yeah. We just have actually Jersh here in chat. He said he thought it was 8 o'clock, but it must have been 8 Bo's time. Yeah. There was the Discord delay as well, so we started up a bit later. But welcome in anyway, Jersh.
Hi, Jersh.
But yeah, no, I do wish Jersh didn't mess up and gone the wrong direction in race 1, because it definitely demotivated him. I would have liked, I think he would have definitely gave Lucy a run for his money. But obviously we have Lucy and Napson in the semi-finals now. So the winner of this race will be our first semi-finalist, and they will go against the winner of Subsonics and Reptilian. I keep forgetting those last two guys.
I am eagerly looking forward to round 2 because I much prefer that run. I am very much looking forward to the Claire runs.
Yeah, the Claire A run. Yeah.
Okay, so Ori fan there now, he had a moment where he was trying to do the optimal strat with Ada and didn't put enough pressure into the box, so he lost a couple of seconds there.
So his puzzle's not bad, but it's not a good puzzle. Let's see, how does Bo do here?
Yeah.
Bo is going to save some time on that.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah.
This is where I pointed out yesterday. When we see the Claire scenarios for this, you do this with Sherry, who is I don't know, like 3 feet tall. I don't know how many non-freedom units that is. She's a child. She's a child, and she drops her leg going up and down the big steps there, and that will cost you time if the RNG for the game decides that she's going to drop her leg.
Small victories, guys. Small victories.
Got his key.
Yeah.
Pretty good Ada for both of them, to be honest. But Ari Fan did lose some time there.
Yeah.
Small victories.
And no hits from the dogs, it looks like.
Yeah,
that's
but
good. Those dogs can be jerks.
Yeah, I can hear Bo talking to himself, just muttering small victories, small victories. He is pulling time back slowly upon Ori Fan's small mistakes as well. But Ori Fan is still in the lead, guys, and we are slowly coming up to the halfway point in this.
There's about 30 seconds between them now.
I think you never know. Like if Bo continues on the form he's going and doesn't make too many more mistakes, he would, I think, beat Lucy's personal best then.
Yeah,
Just
Lucy's PB is at 52.
it's at 51:46 now. I think he knocked 20 seconds off it right after stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He even got a better one after that. See, I was actually about to look up his PB and see if he submitted it yet.
So the
I'll
liquor
just
dodge
trust you.
here.
Just trust you.
So Ori fan got caught by the liquor there.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a, for lack of a better term, a dodgy dodge.
Yeah.
If you don't line it up properly, he will get you every time.
Yeah. Bo got a very, very nice dodge there.
Bo did one of the older strats, which is seen as very dodgy as well.
Yeah,
but
just
he pulled it off.
strafing to the right.
Well, no, he did the stutter step to kind of try to lower the liquor to do the jump.
Ah, okay, yeah, I noticed that. I didn't know whether that was actually a mistake, but yeah, I noticed the stutter step.
Because there's either that or else there's running up against the left wall and then trying to kind of do a loop around the other side, so the liquor will miss the swipe.
Oh, and Ari Fan actually picked up a green herb and used it already, didn't he not? Yeah, because he's back up in health. So he actually had a heal, which will cost him even more time.
Yeah.
He got a good dodge there, good horde there.
That was perfect YOLO horde.
You're kidding me.
Bo unfortunately got stopped by a zombie. Oh, and got bitten by one on that side. He's having a bad Stars room. Or Stars room, a bad office.
Yeah.
And he's doing the safe YOLO dodge strat.
Yeah.
Which is the way the second and then go around as they all pile towards each other.
But I think Bo is still pulling off green splits. He just got bit there again.
It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think the frustrations are starting to kick in. 23 minutes in, guys. But welcome in as well as Shadow Doiler.
Yeah, this is definitely now about the halfway point. They're almost done with RPD entirely.
Mhm.
They have a little bit left to do. Just now it's gathering the plugs and going to put them back in for the first boss fight against... They fight a G mutant in this one, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be against the G mutant fight.
Yeah.
Which
A
those...
scenario,
A scenario, the first fight is G mutant. B scenario, you fight G1.
it's working with the lead pipe. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely, I think this is Bo's best performance on Liane. The way he's going. Obviously, it can all change. He just got bit again. Every time I give Bo a compliment, he gets bit.
He's getting really bad RNG when it comes to those the zombies biting him.
Yeah.
I'm watching them and they seem to just kind of grab him out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's getting the worst luck
Yeah.
right now. Every zombie bit him in that. Almost every zombie bit him in that hallway, but he did disarm that one on the way out.
Yeah, but Orifan does still have the knife. That's just to note as well. Chat is still in here.
And he still has that, which is going to cost him an inventory spot. I just don't know how big of a deal it will be for him because remember yesterday both competitors kept the knife for quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't come back into play until labs, because if you think about it, with the fact that they're now going to the G mutant, then into the sewers and such, like they're constantly going to be dropping 2 items, picking 2 up, and especially with the fact that they still have the valve handle on them as well, so they don't need to pick it up on the way to the sewer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You always wondered, when I play this through casually, I box that valve handle immediately and I don't pick it back up till I need it.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to watch the speedrun of the game because when I play it, I'm like, God, there's so much stuff I don't need to do to play this casually, but I just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Is he coming up? Alright, Arifan is back down into the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
And will be... Oh, and there goes poor Ben.
Please.
F's in the chat for Ben.
Have to pay respects.
The funny thing is that it wasn't until they remade him in the new Resident Evil 2, I never realized that he had a ponytail.
Yeah, it's really hard to see. He has one. Although they changed his hair color though for some reason.
You can go into all the specifics about the remake, can't you, Kyo?
Yeah, I
have a list.
Have lots of opinions about RE2 remake.
Me and Kyo have had a lot of conversations at this stage about how he'll tell you what's wrong with games, and I'll tell you why it shouldn't matter.
Yeah. But other than that, now, anyway.
Though enough, usually Malampy's the one that will get any good out of a game, and he's the one that refunded Blair Witch, and I was not.
Which was...
I also didn't pay for it, so...
We'll leave that conversation for a different time.
Join us for our post-stream complaining fest.
But yeah, Bo is still pulling off green splits now. Hopefully he doesn't get bit now. He's entering a cutscene, guys. That's not on me if that happens after this.
He is getting green splits while being bit, so he can even tell right there where he has a lot of time saved from bad RNG.
Yeah.
Or even maybe it's bad movement, I'm not too sure. But it looked like a couple of those zombies he should have definitely gotten past, but they like snapped around and grabbed him.
Yeah.
Which I guess they did keep that when they remade the game, because the zombies can seemingly grab you when you're 3 feet away from them, but they just teleport to you and grab you.
Yeah, and just on chat there as well, we have Missy Kitty kind of saying, don't forget he slated remothered too at Kyo.
Yeah, I can't forgive him for that.
Absolute ammunition coming in here in chat, and I'm just feeding it in. But yeah, Bo would be significantly behind. Although he is beating his own personal best. At the halfway point, it doesn't look like he's beaten Orifan.
What was that?
No, he is not. He's... What is their time difference right now? I have to actually see the real time difference. See if it's changed much.
I know.
I think our best time in the tournament so far on Liane it's gone to Nabson, isn't it? Abson pulled off,
Yeah,
I think. What time did he get yesterday? I think it was a 50 or was it 51?
I think both runners yesterday both had better finishing times than Lucy did,
Yeah.
which was interesting. Lucy's going to have a huge run for his money, and he's gonna be probably grinding that over the weekend or before his next race. When is round 2 starting?
As soon as I think it could start now next week. At some stage towards the Friday or Saturday. It still has to be organized, of course, with the speedrunners' schedules.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to pull up the actual times here. I have them logged.
Okay, so RE-Fan had a good boss fight there, other than the fact that the baby G's there was an excessive amount that grabbed onto him.
How many do you have on him?
About 3.
3. Ooh. I'm like anticipating Bo's boss fight now with the scary ET looking monster.
And that takes how many shots?
All right, Bo has 2 G spawns on him,
Mm.
and got hit. So that was quite a bad boss fight for Bo there.
Yeah.
He is in caution now, and you can see he's grabbing the side and limping, and he does not have a heal at the moment.
So that's definitely going to cost him.
It's going to cost him quite a bit of time there. He is now about almost 40 seconds behind. Wait, was it? No. No, I'm looking at that wrong. He's about 23 seconds behind. My math is bad. Forgive me. But still on PB pace. This is very interesting to watch him make little mistakes here, but still be pulling ahead on his own PB.
Because I'm in caution.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best things when watching particular people running speedruns though. And sometimes I've said this to a lot of people. I personally prefer seeing people going through the learning experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's great to see someone pull off every trick perfect with no mistakes, but I prefer watching the learning process.
So I'm wondering if Bo is going to... Will he heal here, or is he going to stick it out until he gets healed from Ada? I'll probably stick it out until he gets healed by Ada. The cutscene's coming up right now.
Yeah, Bo's about a minute behind, at least.
It's not a full minute behind. It's like 24 seconds behind.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like 23, 24 seconds behind.
You sure?
Yes. Bo is at 30 right now, and Arifan's at 10.
Yeah, but 30-10, he's way ahead. Like, he's about 30 seconds into the cutscene now.
You're looking at opposite ends of the cutscene as well, though, Kyo.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
So it could be, yeah. I'm just like looking at their actual timers, keep reading that will throw us off a little bit. Told you, math's not my thing. I didn't go to school for math. I don't remember what I went to school for at this point.
I just went back to be a teacher.
I did that for a bit. It was fine. It's not for me though.
But yeah, cutscenes anyway. We're just over 30 minutes in, guys. We have an average of 20 minutes left or under. But yeah, welcome in secret as well to the chat. But yeah,
Do we have any questions in chat at the moment?
Any questions? I don't think so. I think there's a couple of ongoing conversations. We have a good look for both runners, but yeah, both runners are doing well. You can check out both runners on their individual channels. They would be Resident Evil fans, and they do stream a variety of Resident Evil, as well as a couple of other games. But you can check them out and follow them as well.
I'm just like waiting for the cutscenes to end. During the cutscene parts, it's kind of just waiting for the next thing to happen.
Like, we can bicker among each other about remakes and such during cutscenes, but
or how Malamphy should have liked Remothered. I don't know what his problem is. Just little things like that. Just little things.
Ouch.
It's the perfect game. It is a perfect game that can never go to GDQ.
I'll try it again at some stage once the pain of Blair Witch is passed.
You didn't play it on console, did you?
1 minute ahead.
Yes, actually.
Oh god, it's even slower on console. It's more of a slog because of the performance issues.
1 minute and 10 seconds ahead.
Okay, Bo's just got confirmation. He's about a minute and 10 behind. And that's
Really,
coming
it's
from
a full minute and 10.
from Josh. But Missy Kitty is saying I've opened a can of worms. Whoops. Absolutely.
Hey, I like arguing. I'm an American.
Yeah, exactly, Rennet. Exactly. No fucking.
It's so significantly behind.
Mm.
Oh, buddy, finish it.
So it's like just trying to wait for him to get to that point. But it's still, like I've said before, he's still, pulling off PB pace here. He has a little bit of red splits now, but he has so many red or green and golds. Like even at the end, Bo will still come out ahead on his own time.
Yep.
Let's hope he can handle it.
So Bo's on caution, but he safely makes it back through the sewers. I think coming back through the sewers is a lot safer than going into it initially, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yep.
He still has to make sure he doesn't get poisoned. Either of them could get poisoned here. Ari Fan's coming up on the alligator fight here, which is I'm interested to see which strat he decides to use for this. Does he use this risky one or the safe one? The risky one could get him killed right there.
He's going for quick rock.
If he messes this up, I think he would just insta kill here. I think you just die.
He got it. He got the quick rock.
Nice.
Yep.
That will save him a load of time. I don't think Bo will go for that strat.
Oh man, he did.
So it's all to do with the angle at which you're looking at the explosive barrel and
Mm.
making sure that once the croc does a particular head nod, so to say, that's when it drops, and if for some reason it just causes both animations to mesh together instead of the croc needing to take one or two little steps forward again.
Mm-hmm. And I think Bo mentioned this yesterday. It doesn't matter how close you are to the canister, you will not take any of the effects of the canister there. You can't blow yourself up there, basically.
Yeah. Just coming in from chat as well, Hybel says Ori Fan came in at 31.32 at the stair before the Leon wake up, and Bo came in at 32.48. So it's about 1 minute 16 seconds between them. We also have a compliment for Malamphy's beard here from chat from Shadow Doyler.
So yeah, Bo's sticking with the safest strat. Wait, what?
With him,
Shadow Doyler says he likes your beard from chat. Malamphy, that's all.
That's grand. It's just as long as I keep this beard, I don't get carded.
You got that baby face underneath there. I've seen you without a beard.
We never talk about that type.
I'm sure there's a clip somewhere. No.
There's a picture somewhere.
Yeah, a photograph of
you,
around
Secret,
Halloween
thank you so
when the
much.
missus put the
By the
makeup
way,
on me
guys,
to
Secret
make it
is
look like
the
I had a couple of
world
slashes and stuff on my
record
face,
holder
but I
of
this.
shaved as well.
Ah, okay.
So
Yeah.
See, Ari Fan he's picking up the last medal here, and he'll be heading out of the sewers at this point.
Mhm.
So there'll be one more boss fight coming up here that could be a defining moment for him. Like he's been doing so well so far, but he could still lose time on the way out.
it's very consistent plays he's had. There's been one or two little mistakes here and there that will cost you a second or two, but there hasn't been any of the significant things like the extra bites, the extra swipes.
He's gotten very good RNG the whole time too. Like one thing to point out, like from earlier, was he got a slow Marvin, and Bo got a fast Marvin. They both got out of that fairly easily, but that slow Marvin's a lot easier to dodge and get away from.
Yeah.
It's also, but I know it sounds contradicting, but the slow Marvin is faster to get away from, and then the fast Marvin, yes, you need to do a lot more movement, but it's slower to get out of the room.
Yeah.
So even though the both of them did the best they could do in the situation they had, Ari Fan still had the quicker exit.
Yeah.
I think he's had the best RNG so far of the two of them. He's had consistently good RNG throughout the entire run.
Yeah, I don't think either runners had the whole ADA blocking issue.
No.
That there was none of that, but yeah.
Funny enough, ironically funny, haha funny, that can cost an entire run. because if she is standing in a particular spot, Leon doesn't have the option to hop down off the step.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically just body block completely.
Yeah.
Let's go, Bo. Hey, BB.
Bo is finally entering to go into the tram
That's the spirit.
here soon. Arifan had just left on the tram.
Yeah.
I always
So-
forget about this tram boss fight here. It's kind of a boss fight. It's kind of a mini boss. The claws pop down and you shoot them. It's not a very interesting boss fight. They actually did reimagine that in the remake, which I think it leads into the boss fight with the same boss a different way, into a different style boss fight for it as well, which I kind of think the remake handled it a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more interesting because you're not just in a tram that you think probably should have blown up or been far more damaged by someone poking holes in it, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, you got Magnum Bolts. Does he pick up the other heel? He leaves that fast there.
Mm.
I don't think people typically don't pick that one up though, do they? Unless they have to, I guess.
Realistically, it depends on what they would have done previously.
Yeah.
Because Arifan, like, he is on full health right now.
So there's no reason to grab it.
He
That actually
he
works
shouldn't
pretty well.
need to grab any more health for the rest of the run.
That part.
There's one more fast he can pick up as soon as he gets to the lab area, which he might grab that there because that's usually the one I think you keep around while you go through the lab, and you pick up one more in the Modisc room.
Yeah.
Before the boss fight.
That's what I mean. If he still continues to get the same RNG he's been getting this whole time, he won't need it.
Mm-hmm. And we're heading to like the last 10-15 minutes of the race here as well.
Yeah. In regards to Orifan, he still has the knife as well when Bo had dropped it earlier.
Yeah. I guess it hasn't been that much of an issue for him because he hasn't had to pick up as much health or anything.
Yep.
And he can drop that off along with the key and the valve as soon as he gets to the lab.
Mm-hmm.
He won't need them anymore.
Yeah, Bo's having really bad luck with getting grabbed as well. Obviously adding to it. I think, what's the grab delay?
That was the intentional grab there.
Oh, was it?
Where actually those skinny corridors, there is an intentional grab there that's quicker than trying to wait until you can run past or shooting. So it's
Okay.
actually quicker to just get grabbed, push it out of the way, and run.
Yeah.
And Bo did pick up the fast in that room, actually. Interesting. He
Mm.
must not be too might be too confident in this G2 boss fight here.
Yeah.
Arifan dropped one of the quick shots, so Birkin got a swipe off at him. But other than that, a perfect fight.
Yeah.
Mm. For a second, there is that when you you shoot G2 and he kind of stutters for a minute, or like the screen kind of stutters for a second. I thought he got killed because I thought it was about to go into a Leon death animation. I'm like, oh no, you were doing so well. What happened? But it's just how the game is. When the characters go into an iframes or such, or like the boss is changing forms, it will kind of slow down a little bit because that's actually a pre-rendered cutscene.
Yeah.
It is interesting to see Arifan's chat too, because I was not aware that they were a Spanish Spanish runner before. So like looking at chat, I'm like, I can't read most of their chat.
But yeah, no, just checking up there. We did have Nabson finish on 51:11 yesterday. So it has been the best time for a Leon A run in the tournament. I'm not sure if Orifan is on route to beat that. Would he be?
His current pace is 49:40.
Come on.
Okay.
So that's not his sum of best. That's his current pace. Oh, his PB is 54:36. I'm just now seeing that. I thought his current pace earlier. I couldn't see it on our overlay. But it looks like his PB is actually not as good as Bo's, but he might have practiced a bit more today than Bo did. We know Bo was playing 7 Days to Die instead.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that will work out for him in the long run. And Bo is getting a bad G boss fight there. He's been hit a couple times on that. He did pick up a heal. It doesn't look like he's in caution. He's still in fine, 175 health, so he hasn't dropped down. But it looks like the pressure's getting to him a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, we just got informed Orifan is Argentinian as well. And
Really?
I think he asked, can we hear him? Yeah, no, there's just a bit of interference, because of the delays. And earlier on they were in the Discord call together, so I just didn't want the whole echo run through. So we are just zoned in on the ThePunisherBoe's audio for now, guys.
Thank you for that, Monoxide. When I was saying Spanish, I dropped the speaker part. I was saying Spanish-speaking runner, and I just said Spanish runner. That is my own stupidity there. But thank you for correcting me on that.
Exactly right.
But Bo's back to a couple of green splits there as well. So
Yeah, he's still doing fairly well for himself. He has set some good personal best for himself in multiple splits today. So I'm hoping at least that will be a positive point for him today.
Yeah.
And Buzzy was asking there about what the world record fastest time is. Like the quickest one that's on the leaderboard at the moment is 48:44.
Yeah. Who holds that record?
Secret.
Secret, who is in RE fans chat right now.
In fairness, now two people that have been very supportive towards anyone that does look into learning the run is the likes of Secret and Pyramid K.
yeah.
The RE2 community in general has been very welcoming of new people because once the remake came out, a lot of people migrated to the remake for speedruns, and then interest in the RE2 classic speedrun actually went up at the same time. So there's a lot of new people coming into the run. Like for even example, Jerish, who was not running the game before the tournament was announced, he went and learned the runs. So that's a lot of that happening now.
RE fan had a very good liquor corridor, only getting one swipe.
Yeah.
While out by the herbs.
Yeah, and just for chat as well, we're now zoned in on RE fans audio. Just because if he keeps the current pace, he will succeed in beating Bo. But Bo would be, I think, en route to be his personal best, definitely.
And Reptilian, yes, it was about 2 hits that he did take on the elevator Birkin fight.
Who, Bo?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Bo tried to put the fast into the puzzle slot, so his menuing's a little bit behind at the moment.
Oh my god. Oh, what?
Okay, zoning in on RE fans audio. He's just like every time he's running through a corridor, he's like, "Oh my god, oh." It definitely is. But he knows he's in the lead, and obviously the pressure's on. Like, would you rather be ahead or would you rather be behind? Obviously not behind by too much, but obviously the pressure of I need to take risks and not make a mistake, or I'm ahead and I can't make any more mistakes or I'll fall behind. Sort of a balance between that.
His return was pretty good there too. I personally would probably want to rather still be ahead, because if I'm behind, I'll probably just give up.
Yeah.
I'm that type of person. I'm a defeatist when it comes to things. It's a thing like, well, they're already going to win, even if it's a close gap. Like, I won't do it. So I'd much rather be ahead.
But one thing as well there with the way RE fan was in that corridor is the fact that that first liquor hit him and that put him into caution. That action that the other liquor was doing, if that connects, that's GG. That you're decapitated, you're killed.
Yep. When they go into that animation where they wind up and jump, that will decapitate you.
Yeah, but just as well a note is RE fan is on caution, but he is taking a heal there.
He just healed.
So
that's what I mean though. It was that swipe from the liquor on the way back put him in caution, and he probably heard the scream of the other liquor. Yeah. So that was definitely a tense moment for him.
Yeah.
Also have to point out that he just used the last heal that he could have in the run.
Yeah.
So he has to have a perfect boss fight against G3 and 4, or else he could die in that final boss fight. Whereas Bo is still keeping his heal on him, and I think he hasn't picked up the Mo disc yet. Which, when he gets to that room, if he has to use it, he has the spray and then one more. So he's much more likely to succeed.
Yeah,
he's much safer there.
The thing is as well, obviously Bo has the space as well, because once again RE fan didn't drop the knife earlier, so obviously didn't access more heals.
He could even pick up, if he doesn't need to, he could even pick up that extra fast if he really wants to, and just be double safe on that.
And I'd say that's one thing that
Bo gets tagged once by the liquor and dodges the next one, jumping there as well. Sorry to cut across you there, Malanfi.
Perfect. No, you're fine.
You're good. That was still a pretty decent liquor hallway. Getting hit once there is still considered fairly good. It's good to not be, but sometimes you just can't avoid it.
As Reptilian was saying there as well, like that room where you're grabbing the Mo disc can be a little bit hairy. I'm not going to lie, especially going in the first door that actually swipes up and down, because there's a zombie standing right there, and it's a very particular angle you have to take to get through the door without being grabbed.
Mm-hmm.
See him going in here.
But yeah, as
Just
you're
one shot. Got
Yo
him.
sí la escucho, yo sí la escucho.
okay. I don't know whether we should commentate more or less now because it is a tense moment, as we say.
It is very tense.
just to
he had a
rest-
good room. Doesn't need to pick up the other fast.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it anyway.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Um,
He was on fine, but he wasn't at full health. He was on fine now.
yeah, but Bo is a lot in a safer position right now, guys. For those of you just tuning in as well, and Ori fan taking a sip of water there, he can relax for a second, but he knows that he cannot take as much risks, and he has to play these boss fights very, very safe.
He also has significantly less ammo than Bo does.
Mhm.
I don't know how much it'll matter, but if he misses some shots in the final boss, he could be GG on there.
Is that
He
why?
does have some shots in his pistol, but that really won't help you out
Yeah.
in that fight.
And
Hey, he got his knife though, so that he could
yeah,
at least knife.
I was
the-
about to say that. Yeah, he has the knife.
No deja de ser
I don't even know how you would fight G4 with the knife only. It hops around so much.
But
Rando race for remake would be very fun to do.
just Church as well. He says that he finds that the modus to be one of the hardest rooms in Leon A. That or the Liquor's room.
Gracias por el...
Because it's kind of like the horde from earlier outside in the police the police hallway there, but
Igual
it's
si
in a
cal-
much smaller
o
space,
sea, haciendo el
and
cálculo
you could just
con
be
la
piled on top
referencia
right there.
del
Or you can
PvP
kind of bait them over in that one hallway with the yellow horde
un estimado
and run around them.
bastante
You
llegó.
can't do that so much here. You have to be really precise. And Ari fan saying goodbye to Ada. Leon saying goodbye to Annette.
It really does look like now for RE fan though that he's probably going to go for what would be seen as the favourite strat against Final Birkin, which pretty much if you drop a quick shot, especially with no heals, you're in a lot of danger.
Más o menos, vos, más o menos. Puedo
So
hacerlo
he has
más
to
o
pull
menos.
off the quick shot. Is that what you're saying?
Salió.
It's basically the very
Salió
start of it
también.
would be that you would go to the corner right behind him on the left hand
Pero
side of the elevator,
Ya está.
do 4 quick shots, but if you
Falta
miss
terminar.
one of those 4
Todavía no
quick
termina.
shots, he might get a swing off at you. Now, if you have a herb or a first aid spray on you, you're fine. You know, you can just heal yourself, you can carry on doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But once he goes into that dog form, if you're on caution and he picks you up, you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh my... What?
Bo knows his time here, so he's poured himself a new drink, relaxing a little bit.
Yeah.
Pasando, men.
That happens in a lot of these games where if you're not in peak shape,
Oh,
being on fine.
He shot his legs off. Sorry, I just noticed that he shot one of the zombies, and I've never seen that actually happen where the model's legs get shot off, it stays in the air
And
for a
just
second, then
drops.
drops. I've never seen that before.
So Arifan
Cool.
did get a bit of damage there,
Might go
so
nuts,
he's
bro.
not even on full health going
Mhm.
into Final
Yeah.
Birkin.
This
He
is
has like
risky now.
75% health at the moment, and one or two hits might put him into caution, I think. I don't remember how much each hit from G3 and 4 does, but
Mhm.
G4 does a lot more
Sí, pero yo
damage
quería ser
and
yo.
does
Yo
grab
quería
you.
ser yo, pero primero
as we
salió
said
algo
earlier.
malo.
It'll be defined here now of whether or not he gets these quick shots.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll go into the back corner. Okay, he got them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, G3's down.
So will he have the right angle to trap G4 up on the top of the shelves?
Yeah. So it's all for Ori fan here, guys. Providing he can survive this boss now.
Okay,
Gets one shot.
Reloading. I think.
there's the jump and he's trapped.
Yep. He's got it.
And he's got it.
Alright.
There we go.
So unless
Vamos,
a
vamos.
random zombie comes out of nowhere and kills him,
El
it's
último
going to
quedó
Ari
seis,
fan here.
por las dudas.
Or a game crash.
Entonces,
We say
Yeah.
that every time, but I've been
Or someone drags him over his chair. You don't know what's happening in his house.
Vamos,
Yeah.
vamos.
The power goes
so
out.
once he finishes here, guys, Ori fan will advance to the second semi-final.
This be a sub 50.
That's
It's going to
very
be a
good.
sub
Gol
50.
con 3 kickshot menos.
49-57.
49-57.
Wow.
Damn.
round 2, and like when we go to round 2, it's gonna be a different scenario. So these times don't necessarily mean too much, but they the players are gonna have to really all work on the next scenario, and they all have some competition going for them.
Yeah. So the best time
And the rest of the
for
English speakers.
yeah, no, I just said he's thanking everybody. Lampy's in there in this chat as well. But we're just gonna zone back in on Boe here for the last couple of seconds.
He's just about to have his G3, yeah.
And let me pull it up. It is. There you go, guys. Just the audio.
You can't,
So
you
he
can't
has
follow
the
from the
camera
multi-twitch.
change, and he got hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you change camera there,
Too many
it's
bullets.
not so good.
He missed half the clip, so there's about 3 or 4 extra bullets after being used here. He could be in a little bit. Well,
He has enough.
He has
yeah,
the
he
ammo.
has an extra clip. Yeah.
Yeah, he played it very safe throughout the run.
So, but at a 49.57, that puts Orifan on the best run so far, the best time. For I hear Boe getting frustrated now.
Yeah, Boe does not.
0% health. 0%
Yeah,
health,
he's
guys.
getting a bad G4 as well.
Look at this.
He does have a first aid spray, so he's fine. As long as he
He's
doesn't
trapped.
get. Oh, he was on danger there. He did get lucky there. He could have died.
Yeah. I think the frustrations are really starting to show. You know, I think he's been informed he hasn't lost, but there it is anyway, guys.
0% health. 0.
And there he goes.
0%.
Alright, now he just needs to run out. Still a very good run by Boe. A lot of bad RNG got him in that, but
Yeah.
he performed very well today. Did he beat his personal best?
Just waiting for him to finish it here. Boe is laughing.
About to look and see where they both will place on the leaderboards now. So PC, Leon A, any percent.
We're 52-42. That is not bad.
52.
That
That
beats.
would put Orifan into 38.
Too fucking G. Wow.
52, 42.
Worked, didn't it? Grats.
I think
Grats,
Boe
Orifan.
moves
Grats.
up in that, does he?
Thank you, chat.
No,
Thank you
his-
for helping me.
His PB is better.
Okay, his PB is better. Okay. It was still a good run for
Looking
him.
forward to
Yeah.
listening to
And then
Malamphy Kyo and my man's commentate.
49.57.
I'm
But,
gonna watch the VOD.
Yeah, Boe just informed us he's gonna watch the VOD anyway.
But I'm
But
pretty annoyed here.
Orifan